Hi, everyone. It's an honor to be here today with so many people with such large, warm hearts and sharing their experiences. And there's such a power to bringing people together who've shared tragedies, trials, tribulations, joys, successes. But I thank Courtney Dorson for helping to put this all together. And anybody who's worked with Courtney knows that she can accomplish about anything. And I want to thank you for nominating. When Courtney asked me to accept this nomination as a caregiver, I have to say, honestly, I never really thought of myself as a caregiver. But then I realized, what are you talking about, Amy? When your mother was sick, you went down and spent months taking care of her. When she passed away, you came back to New York and moved in to help your sister and my family. As my beautiful sister, Susan Patricof, had been diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's when she was 65. And you are blindsided by this, I'm sure, as we all know in this room. And Courtney was working with my family at the time. And the guidance that we got and the resources that we received and the introduction to CaringKind really put us in a direction so that we began to organize and knew, how we could help my sister. And I want to say that I think one of my biggest takeaways from watching my sister, a beautiful, beautiful, talented, generous, a philanthropist. She traveled around the world helping children in war-torn countries. There was nothing stopping her. But I think that one of my greatest takeaways as she was going through her decline was that I realized that we are so much more than our minds. Even as our minds, my sister used to say, I'm losing my words. But I never missed her heart. And I could see the glint in her eyes. I could feel the warmth coming from her. And I used to fight with people in my family. They say, Amy, your sister can't understand what you're saying. And even my brother-in-law, finally, many of you know him, and he was on this journey, he said to me, Amy, you were right. We needed to keep talking to her, seeing her. And that's kind of my message, my one takeaway, my biggest takeaway from this experience. See the heart, see what's there. The more we see others, the more they can become and hold on to themselves. Just like with the baby, the mother is the mirror. And as the mother smiles at the baby begins to feel good about themselves. And I think we can all play that role of being that mirror. And I could see my sister responding to that kind of love. And, it just helped her hold on to herself. And I actually heard Bryan Cranston say something at the Tribeca Film Festival once. His mother had Alzheimer's, and he said as soon as he let go of the old relationship that they had had and stopped judging his mother for who she was and how she behaved, he created a new relationship with her, and he could begin to see who she was, and that changed everything. And I think that, as caregivers, as advocates, as people working in the field, the more that we can help people understand that we are beyond words, we can connect. And the research, my field is taking the research on how babies' brains development across the board. If babies are loved, hugged, seen, soothed, their brain actually grows larger. You don't even need to speak to a baby. Just being with a parent, the brain is growing. And I think, everybody as a caregiver, holding that loving space, we can all do that. And I want to give a shout out through CaringKind. We had these amazing caregivers. And I'm looking at one right now, Mary Lou Takuba. And I have to say that being and observing Mary, can you stand up, Mary, so everybody can give you a cheer? There's so many people to celebrate. But the devotion, the care, the knowledge, and the way that Mary held the family made all the difference in the world. In a way, I felt very blessed because I felt like I was with the best in humanity as I watched the caregivers and their devotion. So I wish for everybody to be able to have that kind of care as needed. And I think that if we can all, help spread the messages of love, nurturing. We know that holding a baby, for example, will release all kinds of positive hormones in their brain, feelings of well-being, and oxytocin and serotonin. And I think as we do that for the people that we're working with, we can help move everybody forward in a more gentle way. So my wish is that we all continue to move together, share stories, share knowledge, share experiences, be there for each other, and all work together towards moving this illness in a better direction. So thank you for this opportunity.